Hello everyone, it's me Tiffany. Welcome to my channel where I share all things pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood related. I'm a certified birth, postpartum, and bereavement doula. So that means that I support women and their families on their journey from conception to postpartum. If you have not had a chance yet, please check out my website at www.sacredarrival.com. You can check out my doula services, childbirth education courses. You can check out my blogs as well. Y'all, it's been really busy for me here lately. I'm super grateful for the fact that, not grateful that I had the flu, but I finally got over that. I'm good with that. I ended up being able to go to my Night to Shine event. Then I had births like back to back. Okay. So it's been like extremely busy for me. But I thank you all so much for tuning in this video. So with that and being so busy, y'all, I cannot tell you how many times I've had like a lot of my clients, they wait till like the last minute and they're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to put in my hospital bag? And I'm just like, we talked about this before. Like, you didn't pack your bag? No, not yet. Okay. So I'm like, well, let me do a video on the top 5 things that I feel like you should put in your bag on your, so you'll have for your hospital trip or your birthing center trip. Okay. So the first thing I feel like you should have in your hospital bag is your birth plan. Okay. So a birth plan is a document that you create, you and your doula typically most of the time, or you can, create it on your own if you're familiar with it and you want to create one. So this is a document that you create where you specify what your particular wishes are for your birth and, your labor and birth experience. Now, one thing I want you to do is keep in mind that every labor and birth experience is not going to go the way that you want it to go. 98.2% of the time it will, but there is a slight chance that an emergency can transpire, or you thought that you weren't going to need an epidural, but you change your mind at the last minute and you want to go ahead and get there. But so things do, change. Emergencies happen and things like that. So it's important to remember that while you do have this plan in place, to keep an open mind and know that things can change. So with this plan, you can make sure that you have a copy of it, make sure your doula has a copy, and also you share this with your birthing team, okay? So they know what your wishes are and what it is that you expect and, how you want your birth to go, okay? The second thing that I would recommend you having is a nursing pillow. If you are breastfeeding your baby, please bring a nursing pillow. If you're able to, get one and, you're able to bring one. Y'all, for those of y'all who have ever been to the hospital, y'all know how fluffless and flimsy and cardboard like them pillows are that they have in them hospitals. Like, I mean, oh my goodness. And so after you give birth, the lactation team is going to come in and they're going to prop one of them little flimsy piece of pillows up under your arm and up under your breast so you can breastfeed and you can lay baby on top of it. I've had so many clients that just be struggling with them pillows and like they just can't get comfortable and you got the IB. It's just too much. So if you can, bring you a nursing pillow so it can give you a little more support and comfort for both you and your baby. Like I said, if you can, no pressure, but it is, a recommendation that I would definitely suggest that you bring if you can. The third thing that I would say to put in your hospital bag are slippers or house shoes, okay? In the hospitals, they will give you like those slip resistant socks, like those fall wrist socks that you can wear. Y'all, I can tell you, it's been a million times. The client will lose and dang on socks. They end up all bunched up and squished up all on your foot. Just, they want to kick them off anyway. So, and I don't recommend walking around barefoot on the hospital floor. I know they had a team come in, they sanitize and do all that, but I wouldn't recommend it. So if you have some slippers or house shoes that you can wear, I would definitely try to remember to put those in your hospital bag as well, okay? The fourth thing that I would recommend that you put in your hospital bag are medications. So if you have any kind of pre-existing conditions that you have, if you have any kind of hypertension, diabetes, anything like that, and you're taking medication daily, I would definitely recommend that you bring your medications with you. Now, if you're going to a birthing center, typically you're able to go home within 4 to 6 hours after birth, as long as everything is okay. Hospitals have a turnaround time now because they be trying to kick you up out of there real quick. But they have a turnaround time. If say you go in today, if everything is fine, they'll let you go home tomorrow. And if you've had a C-section, probably within 48 to 72 hours. But we also need to keep in mind that things can happen and you may end up staying a little bit longer than you thought you were going to have to stay. That means if you didn't bring your medications, you are missing. Why is somebody calling me? See, that's what I'm talking about right here. They always want to call when I'm trying to do a video, but that's okay. I think I'm pretty cool. But anyways, so yeah, so if you end up being in the hospital for an extended period of time, that means, you know, you've left your medication at home, that means that you're missing your medication. So try to remember to pack any medications that you take on a daily basis, and make sure that the hospital staff knows, hey, and they're supposed to be able to read your record to see, you know, if you do have this or have that. But also just make sure, like, hey, you know, I brought my medications. Is it okay for me to go ahead and take these or have or whatever? Because sometimes there's some restrictions and they want you to kind of hold off on medication. So just kind of, you know, make sure you bring your medications, go over with your team, and then you can just go from there, okay? The fifth and final thing that I definitely recommend in my top 5 would be to bring some comfortable clothing with you. Y'all, you just giving birth to a baby, okay? You don't want to be having to squeeze into jump up and down and try to put on no skinny leg jeans. Nothing is really, really tight. You know what I mean? Especially if you've got tears or you've had stitches or you've had a C-section. Like, you don't want to wear anything that is going to be too tight, too uncomfortable. It's not going to allow your body to breathe. Make sure that you bring something comfortable to wear. Make sure that you also bring something for baby to wear home, okay? And if you're going to have a support person that's there outside of your doula and they're going to be staying overnight, because sometimes support people will come, but they'll leave to go home, shower, and then come back. But if they're going to be there with you the whole time, because I know there are some people who be there with their folks and they like, nah, I'm not, I need to be in here to see what y'all doing. Like, I'm not leaving unless they have somebody they can switch out with, you know? So if you're going to have a support person that's going to be staying with you for a day or 2 or 3 days, make sure that you have enough, you know, clothing for yourself, your baby, and your support person, okay? That's a big thing. And a bonus thing. I know I said 5, but I'm throwing this in there because this is definitely huge. Car seat, okay? Make sure that you bring a car seat for your baby to go home in. Legally, the hospital is not supposed to let you leave their facility without a car seat for your baby, okay? I know the car seats are expensive. They got all these fancy, smancy car seats now. They rotate and recline and do all this stuff that costs $1 million. I'm exaggerating, but they can be really expensive. And I understand it. We're all doing the best that we can. I get it. They do have a program, or they do have programs, you know, here I know of. Like, you can contact our health department. You can get on a waiting list. I think you have to be close to your due date in order to get on that waiting list or whatnot, okay? So check around wherever it is that you do live if you are in need of a car seat, to see if there's like a waiting list or there any resources that you can tap into that will be able to help you. Because at the end of the day, it is about your safety and it is about your baby's safety. And we want to make sure that your baby is getting home, you know, safely. If anything was to happen and baby's not in the car seat, that could, you know, be very horrific, okay? So make sure that when you go to the hospital, you got that car seat hooked in that back seat already. Please. I ask my clients all the time, you got the car seat? You need me to help you, you know, put the base in and all that good stuff? Because, no, we need car seats, okay? Very, very important, all right? Anyways, I just wanted to hop on here really quickly and share those 6 things. It was 5, but 6 was a bonus. But I wanted to share those things with you. I had to wrap up my hair because I'm tired of, like, putting heat on it and, you know. Anyways, I'm trying to give it a break a little bit. But it's, y'all, we had snow again last week. It's like 70 degrees this week. It's crazy, y'all. Anyway, I mean, I'm not complaining, but, you know, where's winter? We haven't had a winter. But anyways, I just want to get on here and share that really quickly with you all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share this with somebody who could use this information. If you don't want to share it, I hope it was helpful for you. As always, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one.